Alright, it's time to play today's StatPad game. Today's category is rebounds, and so I'm trying to find the best season from a player in total rebounds for each of these criteria. First up, we've got the Bulls from 1980 to 2026, maybe Joakim Noah, and best season for him would be maybe like 2013, somewhere in there. I'm just gonna go with it. I might not be thinking of somebody more obvious. 95th percentile, so pretty good. Dennis Rodman. How did I not think of Dennis Rodman? I guess Charles Oakley would have been the next best guy. That is a big miss. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of anything before 2000s. But now on to the next one. We've got just any NBA player from 1980 to 2026 who averaged over 20 points per game on their career, actually. I was about to say in that same season, but no, it is on their career. So there's not a lot of people that would work for that. Kareem's best years rebounding, I think, were, his years in the 70s, more so than the 80s, but he's potentially somebody we could go with. Tim Duncan. I honestly don't know if Tim Duncan's points per game on his career is over 20. It'd be close, just because he played so long and had so many years where he was in the high teens as well. I'm just going to use my Nuggets fan brain here and go with Nikola Jokic. And now I'm trying to remember what season exactly it was. He averaged like 14 rebounds per game one year. There's probably a better answer here. Dwight Howard's career points per game is not over 20. Neither is DeAndre Jordan or Clint Capella, and obviously not Andre Drummond. Giannis's best rebounds per game season, I can't think of it exactly, but I feel like it's probably somewhere between 12 and 13. I don't think it was quite up as high as Jokic's best. Shaq's best year rebounding. Shaq's career points per game has to be over 20, even with all those years toward the end. Pretty sure KG had a season where he averaged like 14 boards, something like that. Man, I'm just going to go with my original thought and do Jokic. The season, I feel like it might have been the 22 season, the year before the title year. Title year, he was lower in rebounds, is only around 10 or 11, but I'm pretty sure it was his second MVP year. I want to say either that or his third. It wasn't the first, but it was either 22 or 24 then, where he averaged like 27, 14, and 8. I'm going to go with my gut and say it's 2022. All right, it was that season. Okay, good. And he was 97th percentile, so still outside the top 5, but it must have been really close because Hakeem Olajuwon with 14 makes it on here. Moses Malone, the old guys. I thought of Kareem. That was the first guy I thought of, but then I didn't continue with that era at all. Right at the beginning of the 80s, obviously, the best player in the world. Now we've got most rebounds per game for a Duke alumni. Same time period, no team specifically. Duke guys. Guys from Duke. Mason Plumlee is the first guy that came to my mind. Not gonna lie, Zion Williamson doesn't get as many rebounds as you would think. Jalen Johnson, honestly, is sneaky contender on this one, just because I haven't thought of any actual star big men yet. But his best year, I think, would be this season at just about 10 per game, maybe a little bit over. Feels like a lot of the Duke bigs were kind of busts, with Marvin Bagley, Jahlil Okafor. Mark Williams maybe would be better than Jalen Johnson. I guess there's also Carlos Boozer for an older guy. Pretty sure he averaged like 11 or 12 rebounds per game in his prime. In Utah probably would have been where that was. He got to Chicago, I know, in 09, I think was his first year there. So the offseason of 08, because it was Derrick Rose's rookie year, was Carlos Boozer's first year with the team. And so I'm pretty sure those last couple years before that in Utah is where he had his best years. So I'm going to go like 07, his second to last year in Utah. And that is number 1. There's actually 3 Boozer seasons up here, and the other 2 being Elton Brand. And for the next one, we've got over 80% from the free throw line on their career. Okay. And obviously Jokic would work again for this one because his free throw percentage on his career, I think, is like 82 or 83. And he might even be higher on this one than he is for the 20 points per game. So I'm going to go with Jokic again. And that was the 2022 season. Let's go. 98th percentile that time. And that's 3rd place. Kevin Love. Okay. So he's not over 20 points per game on his career. Should have been one that came to mind for the free throw shooting, obviously. And lastly, here we've got the Clippers. Los Angeles Clippers. DeAndre Jordan, right? I think that's going to be the answer. What year though? Like 2015? I'm pretty sure he got over 15 rebounds per game at least once, maybe even twice. But I think the 2015 one was one of the higher ones. So I'm just going to go with that here really quick. DeAndre Jordan, 2015. All right, and that's 99th percentile, and that was 15 rebounds per game. Now my face cam is in the way. Here we go. DeAndre Jordan, 2018 actually was the best one at 15.2, but then there in second was the year that we chose. So all in all, my grid beat 87.1% of other scores, which I don't know, in most of these daily trivia games, I'd like to get at least 90. So, not necessarily my best work, but thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.